about creating a portfolio item. Just to recap then, we've shown you how to make a post and how to insert an image into the post. We've shown you how to create a gallery, a series of thumbnail images within a post, which you can then actually just click on the image of your choice and then look at the series of images like this. We've also shown you how to make a slideshow, which is not manual, of course, it's automated and flicks through from image to image with your text around you inside a post as well. It's more dynamic, it looks pretty good, but there's a time and a place for each kind of presentation format. You may choose one over another for a number of reasons I haven't even thought of. But when we've got a really nice finished piece of work which we really want to truly showcase, then it's a portfolio item. And that's what I want to show you how to make now. And it's really simple. So here we have Exposure 47 website, and I've created a template portfolio page which will show all of our portfolio items and then allow us to filter them. I've called it Exposures because it's Exposure 47 and it seemed quite an interesting image, so I could just call it Portfolios. I'll be interested in people's feedback about what's best about that. But for now, let's just look at exposures. We're having all these in place is nice, but you might want to be looking for, say, the work of Steve Welsh. And so if we go to the filter, we can just click on Steve Welsh and just see the items for Steve Welsh. It might be that we're interested in looking at documentary, and so we look at that. And through this, we might be finding Steve Welsh's work, but then also finding the work of that fabulous Nick Crocker for the first time. So when we look at a portfolio item, what do we get? Well, we get a mini page opens up, which has got one image shown large and the other is small. Click on any of the small images and that becomes the large image. You can have your text to the right hand side here. But what happens when you click on the large image is then you go into a really nice, attractive looking gallery producer. Okay, so pop that back there, and let's say, how do we make a portfolio item? Well, all I've done is I've logged into the back part of the website, I've gone to portfolio, and I've clicked on add new. I could equally go to the top here and click on plus new and select portfolio item. This is the editor area. If you've been making posts, you'll see it looks extremely similar, and I've given it a title, I've put in my interesting text, and here I can put in tags, and there's two reasons for wanting to put in tags. The first one is, of course, we want Google to see our portfolio item, and for people who are making searches, be able to find it. So I've put in my name, I've put in some genre areas and some other keywords. I'm actually also going to add one which I recommend you do every time. I'm putting the word photography. So then, having got those tags in place, when we've published the actual portfolio item, it means that in time the Google bots will come and look at the website because I've invited them to, and some software I've put in place on the website to do that will take care of that. And then that's when it gets put into the search areas. And so when people put search criteria in, they may well find us. Okay, I said there was two reasons for tags. One is Google, as we've talked about and we all know about. The other is for the filter process. This filter works on the basis of the tags that you add. So this portfolio item called Protest has got the tags for Nick Crocker, so it will be found when you say Nick Crocker, but it will also appear in Portrait and so on. Now, just because you add a tag item does not mean that the tag will appear in the filter areas. I have defined what issues will be filtered, and what I've done is I've put place in a day, the main key genres, exhibitions, and our names. If there's another area you think that we ought to allow a filter for, please let me know, and I'll have a look at that. So, by putting in Nick Crocker, you always need to put your name in, selecting the appropriate genre. That will mean that your completed portfolio item will then be filtered as I've demonstrated above there. Pretty simple. Key thing is just check your spelling. Make sure you've absolutely got it right. Okay then, so having put in our title, our text and tags, then what we'll do is add images. Do not just simply put the images into the text editor or click on Add Media. We use those for gallery and for slideshows. For portfolio items, we need to use the Featured Image tool. So simply click on Set Featured Image, and I'm going to upload 3 items just as a test. So I'm going to select files, I'm going to look at my desktop, I'm just going to simply let these come up, and when they've appeared in the screen here, I'm going to click on Set Featured Image. Now, I want to add more. I can't click on the link because it's not saying add anymore, it's saying remove. So I just click on the image itself, click upload again, select file, click on the next one, and when it's fully up, set featured image, and we'll just go for one more. Again, click on the image, upload files, let that upload, and set featured image. Okay, so we've now got our 3 images. I always want you to think about whether you're putting up posts or anything else like a portfolio item, your SEO, search engine optimization, just to help Google do well. So here I would put in, if this was the protest portfolio item I've created recently, I would just type in protest. I won't type anything in here because this is just a test. So I suppose I could type in test. Generally speaking, I don't think you need to add a meta description because the text that you'll be adding will be sufficient, and the Googlebot will put in a good bit of beware what will happen there. I put in test and it's tried to rechange that to testicular pain, which is interesting. So, okay, let's just now look at publishing. In the top corner here, we've got the publish box. I could, of course, by clicking on here, choose a future time and date what I'm going to publish and schedule it, and then the computer will take care of everything else. But I just want to publish now. So click on publish. And it's told us it's published it. So let's have a look at the exposures portfolio template page. And let's just refresh that there now. And test has appeared. So let's just click on that and have a look at it. We've got the 3 images we uploaded. So if I click on there we have it. One thing I'd like to show you is if you look at the 3 images, we'll just click to rotate through those. They're all nice, clear, clean images, sharp and detailed. These are all set for 1000 pixels wide. What I've done is, before uploading the images, I've made sure that they're all exactly the same size. And do you see how it scrolls through nicely? It's just clean. The box isn't changing shape. I appreciate sometimes you may have images which have landscape or portfolio aspects, and it may be that you want to show them a certain order where you cannot help but go landscape, portrait, etc. And so be it. But where possible, I think it works far better. And I think you can see that with 1000 pixels, even with my remote country bandwidth, I uploaded quickly when I had a JPEG with 1000 pixels. And so I think that works pretty well. So I'd like you to think about doing that if you can, just to make the very most out of the tool we've got here. Okay, so one quick recap. To create my portfolio item, I went to portfolio, add new, I gave a title, added my text, thought about tags both in the context of Google searches and for the filters that I want to have in place for the portfolio template page. I then added the images, thought about my search engine optimization, and published. As simple as that. If you have any problems as ever, hopefully this tutorial will help you, but you know my number, you've got my email, please get in touch with me, and as always, I'll help in every way I can. So I really look forward to seeing your portfolio items joining in the website soon. Thank you.